Quilt Roadies. Yes, I'm here. I feel like it's been a bit, although I know it hasn't. It just, I guess this time of year I enjoy the connection even more so. Because you're more hunkered down at home. Today in our area it is rainy and gray, but I'm lucky I'm spending the day at a stitchy friend's house, and she is both a quilter and a cross stitcher, and a crafter, so it's all lovely, and I needed that break. I don't know if you're aware, but we are under some demolition and construction here at home, and the constant pounding is like, there's no way I could ever launch a vlog of any kind, because the noise is deafening. It is deafening, and there's a couple of times that I thought the guys were going to fall through the ceiling to the kitchen. Yeah, and it's a necessary destruction or reconstruction, as we noticed, we knew when we moved here that we were going to be doing a lot of changes, and slow but sure, we have been moving forward. But with availability of product and the construction trade, it was like off the charts this year. So although we had our general contractor here early, like February-ish of this year, we finally are doing the demolishing in December. And it's going to be lovely. And sometimes I guess you just think that there has to be a little pain before, the sun comes out or something. I'm not sure what, but we're dealing with it. It just means actually being able to do a vlog is hit and miss, because literally the noise is deafening. It's it can feel so overwhelming that G and I switch off who has to stay home and who gets to get away. And today's my day to get away. Yeah, who would have thought? I'm so happy to leave home. I have been doing a little bit of quilting. I have not gotten that next row done on Tannenbaum, but it's all cut out. It's next to my sewing machine and ready to put together, and I'm going to be doing that here in the next couple days. I also have been working on hand quilting the border of this, and let's see, where am I? I am down here. So I just have that side over there and about 2/3 of this bottom, and I'll be done. And then I'm just going to bind it, and it'll be ready to go, maybe for next year. I absolutely love this this wall hanging, and this is a buttermilk basin project, and it was if I remember correctly, I don't know if she still does it, but because it was a lot of work, but she used to do a free block of the month, and this was part of that. So you could download the pattern, and you could either buy a kit from her or you could use your own wool, and I have a lot of wool, so that's what I did. And then I spargoed it up. All my snowman fringe is dimensional. I have French knots up here. I added tassels wherever there was a rope, like here, the little snowman ornament has a little twine that I sewed on, and I've sewed on some buttons. Here I put a pearl button on his little hat, and I did bullion stitches around the heart. It just, I didn't want to overwhelm it with specialty stitches, but just putting some here and there really adds a sweet look to it, and I'm really pleased with this. And given that it's Let It Snow, this can hang all winter, which I like a lot when I have what I would consider winter projects as opposed to just a holiday project. And so this fits that exactly. I just love it. Yeah. So that's what I've been, when I sit here and I watch television on my laptop. Lapavision? Is that what you could call it? I don't know. I realized also I have a quilt hanging over the banister from the second floor. My stairwell going up to the second floor is opened, and I have a quilt hanging over the banister that is in memory of my mother, that was made by my quilt group, the Fabric Stalkers. When my mother passed away, she had a vacation home in Bend, Oregon, and the Fabric Stalkers would occasionally have a retreat there. And we no longer have that, and, well, my sister has it now. And so my Fabric Stalkers made a quilt for me in memory of my mom, and it's all these Asian prints into blocks. But seeing it hang over the railing made me realize that that's the perfect spot for me to hang seasonal holiday quilts. So I'm going to start doing that, and I have a Halloween quilt, I have a Christmas, I don't have an actual Christmas quilt, I have a winter quilt. So that's kind of making me excited about quilting for next year, because I'm going to pick quilting projects that I could conceivably hang over that banister. It doesn't take much to get me excited. I was looking on, I had gotten a notice from Rita, one of my designer acquaintances, friends, who does rags, wreaths, rags to stitches. And I'll put that in the drop-down box for the link to her shop. She is absolutely one of the loveliest people. Absolutely lovely. And I loved running into her at different trade shows. And her design, the way she looks at the world is very unique and whimsical. It's wool or woven cottons a lot of the time, and I've always been in love with her designs. One of my favorite Christmas pillows that I made was her design, and it's this one here. She has a really unique artistic ability to create a very whimsical, fun project. And I also had, this was a gift from Jeannie, a friend of mine that's in my quilt group in Sisters, and she made this for me, and I have it hanging off my light on the cutting table. She made it for me because when she saw the pattern, she said it looked like me, because my hair used to be exactly like this. But so here we go. Isn't that cute? And it has little bells along the bottom. So naturally I had to go shopping, because in my mind You know, I have decorated for the holiday I mean, pretty good. But normally I have another tree up. I have so many ornaments because I was always about Christmas. It was one of the happier times in my growing up, and so I kind of go overboard with decorating for Christmas, but I couldn't do as much as I would normally because of the construction going on. So I thought this year I would take some time and create wool ornaments. I have a little gnome tree in here that is a year-round tree. And the ornaments are by Stacy West of Buttermilk Basin, but I decided I wanted to have a tree maybe in my bedroom that had just all stitched or any kind of handmade ornament, whether it be wool or cross stitch, or that I could hang up. And so that's one of the dreams I have for 2023. I think that will be really fun, and I'm looking towards, I'm very much, I don't know about you, but I'm very much looking forward to 2023. It's for me, it's going to be my breakout year in so many different ways. I already have several trips, events planned for myself, and I feel invigorated. For whatever reason, I feel invigorated with 2023. I have not picked my word yet. I've been tossing several around, and I don't know if you're a person who picks a word of the year, but I can go back on the Woolly Mammoth blog and see what my word of the year was for the last few years. And the thing about picking a word of the year is that when you have a touchstone like that, sometimes it drags you out of a depression, or it wakes you up to creativity. So I don't pick a word just arbitrarily. I really ponder what I want my year to look like. And when I've picked a word, it really has affected my year. So I know that I'm going to, in the next couple of weeks, be thinking about that a lot. What else has been going on? I watched, my daughter-in-law told me that I needed to subscribe to Apple Plus TV. There just is not enough on regular TV that has been engaging me, and I could do a 1-week free trial to see if I liked it or not. And on it must be the same price for everybody, but on my subscription online television thing, I don't even know what you call it. It's $6.99 a month, and so I thought, is it worth $6.99 a month? So I did it yesterday, and I chose to watch I'm just going to look it up here, so I see what let's see. It's a Christmas movie. Let me find. What would we do without being able to Google everything we wanted, everything we couldn't remember, you know. Okay, so back to, excuse me. So I subscribed to it last night, and I chose to watch, I needed a Christmas movie last night, and I chose to watch Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, and it was a musical based on, you know, the Christmas Charles Dickens story. And in the first 5 minutes, I was kind of like, I was not sure about it, you know, but since I had subscribed and, you know, I thought I should give it a chance, I'm here to tell you I enjoyed the entire thing. Well, first of all, I love a good musical. I love a good musical, and used to go to several, in my lifetime, I've been to several live performances, and there's just nothing that lifts your spirit like that. It's called Spirited. And it was just a fun movie. And so I thought, well, $6.99 a month. If all I'm able to find is one movie a month, that is cheaper than going to the theater. So I'm thinking it might be an option. But that movie, Spirited, nothing but a good time. Nothing but a good time. I have been also picked up my next morning coffee book. In the morning, I have a hardback book that I read while I drink coffee, and I only read it a chapter or so at a time because I want to kind of absorb the story. And I'm used to reading, like power reading, and I'm trying to embrace patience. I've never been a patient person. When I have an idea for redoing something in the house, I think it's going to take an hour, and it takes a month because I'm just all in. And it's the same in my creative life. And I thought I'd try to embrace a different way of moving through the world. So much of how we perceive the world, or how we move through the world, or how we emotionally react to the world, is not really something we understand about ourselves. It's something that is passed on to us, and we are reacting to whatever that is passed on to us. And I saw this book that I just thought, wow, this will be my morning read book. And so here it is, The Myth of Normal. Trauma, Illness, and Healing in a Toxic Culture. I don't want to scare you off and say that it's like this really heavy book, but it is an aha book. And what I mean by that is I will read a paragraph and I'll go, aha, huh. I'll laugh out loud, or I'll go, no way. I am learning so much about my own journey through life reading this book. And so I recommend it as a, some of you may not see any value in it, but there might be one gem that drives itself home for you. And so it is on my recommended book list. I have something exciting. So I contacted Kate, who is my go-to person at the Fat Quarter Shop. And I told her, I said, I would really love just to take you back in history a bit. I have a girlfriend named Lori who is part of my fabric stockers in Bend, Oregon. And back in the day, in our early quilting days, because my fabric stockers, we have been quilting since the early 90s together. We raised our children, we went through every emotional human experience together, and Lori and I used to shop in a similar way, and we discovered that we couldn't afford everything we wanted. And so the way we got around that is that we would buy 5-inch charm packs, because then you get the whole line of fabric in one 5-inch square. So if you wanted like a whole line, you just love that designer, you wanted every piece of fabric, but then you really don't have room for it all, and you don't have any idea of what you're going to do, you just want to have it. And I know many of you understand this. So we would buy 5-inch charm packs, and then we would get, we had a little stack of 5-inch charm pack table runners, because we could then satisfy a quilting itch by touching and seeing, and because fabric provides that total sensory input, you get to enjoy the range of color that a designer has chosen, you get to see the design that they have chosen to use that color with, and then you get to make something out of it. And with a 5-inch charm pack, you could make a table runner. So we collected a little stack of charm pack table runners. So if you don't follow the Fat Quarter Shop, you should, because I saw on their website and in their video that Doug Lecco of Antler Quilt Designs, who has been around forever, he's a talented man when it comes to quilt designs, came out with a series of table-elastic quilt table runner designs, quilted table runner designs. And this is the Table-Elastic 3. So there are 3 renditions, 3 different issues of different designs. But I said, wouldn't it be great to have this all in one rather than individual patterns, but to have a book. And the book is spiral bound, so it makes it very functional and easy to use. So here's the book. Look at all of those different table runners. And there are patterns for table toppers also in here. And I mean, I'm telling you, this is his 3rd and final book in the series. And so I said, oh, I'm jumping on board. I'm getting this. I mean, look at this Christmas one. So I knew I wanted that. So I got that, and I also bought a pack, or actually, yeah, this is a Fat Quarter pack. It's from the Fat Quarter Club. I don't belong to the club, but I was sent this Merry Little Christmas Petite Fat Quarter bundle. And because I wanted to use it in the table runners. So I'll put the link below for Fat Quarter Shop because you're going to want to get on board with that. And the Fat Quarter Shop has generously donated a $35 gift card to one of you. So if you don't want to risk and wait and just go ahead and get this for yourself, that's kind of what I do. And then if you get the $35 gift card, you can get something else. Yeah. So all you have to do in the comment section is mention the Fat Quarter Shop. And I'll just show you another Christmas table runner that I made with the 5-inch charm packs. So here it is, all quilted and done. It's going to be a gift. Got to cut the strings off of it. But see how simple that is? And I got to use this whole line of 5-inch charm pack squares to make this. So it feels very satisfying, and it's kind of like it's Lori and I say it's kind of like scratching an itch, and we don't have to buy yardage of the entire line of fabric. We just have to get a little bit of it. I think that's it. I think we've reached the end. I'm so glad I could get in here with you and be able to kind of connect up in this busy time. And we'll see you the next time it's quiet around here. The demolition is basically done, so now the construction happens, and I have no clue how noisy that's going to be. But I know I enjoy our time here together, as I hope you do also. And we shall see you next time. I love you guys, and don't forget to put in the comments the Fat Quarter Shop for that gift card, and we'll see who gets to have a shopping spree. Love you guys.